Ni vosotia na turang ni tal ni na numba ke mesa nando no gusere. Reverend Elias Sakuroi and Reverend Kim Chochi, the chaplain for the Fiji Correctional Services, the former Deputy Commissioner, Mr. Veiwili and Mrs. Veiwili, and all the beautiful ladies and gentlemen sitting outside there. I had been asked this morning by my colleagues, by my mates, to say a few words, seeking forgiveness from our families, from our vanua, and from the church. It's a big task. It's a great ask from the ladies, all that are seated here, for me to be their voice to Fiji, and I believe around the world. Psalms 27, verse 1 says that the Lord is my light, the Lord is my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my stronghold. Of whom should I be afraid? I take this time to all the families of the women that are seated here this morning, to our immediate families, to our extended families, to the church that we belong to the Vanua. O wakata tambu sa katiwaya ni na matawin na kinsing ni kuwa e na bindela ni abu tambu kete sara e na nonda to maten tu Vanua kumbuna mburi masanga to bata e na bukunda na marama ki me mintambe na mataklele ibina kinsing ni kuwa. I believe all our families and society have a view of why we are being in here. We are incarcerated here at prison. And we come in here from different levels of society, different families, and different crimes that we have been accused of. And likewise, our sentences are different in lengths, in times. Some come for a short stay, and some have are here for quite a while. And I've been here for a year, and I have witnessed that some families, some of my mates here, do not get visited at all. It's quite hurtful to see that some of us don't get that privilege. Kongone au turkin na ngone binakongo me u kerbe bosoti. Kapag tu say ke mami kede sara e antundua peir na ne mami mata buvale na koro ki mami ndui ngole mai kina na be matangali na be yavusa ki mami lewena e na bukui ki mami kede sara ke ki mami kerbe bosoti uni sereki ke mami e pakasa tukuno ti tok na turanga nei tal. Na besere ki tondonga e nangai raoni toso ikendayani wana ngone turanga Jesu Kristo. There are a few of us that have stayed in here for more than 10 years, more than 12 years, more than 15 years, more than 16 years, and are still counting. For these ladies, their crime is on taking somebody else's life. And they have asked me this morning, especially, to seek forgiveness from the families that are concerned. They may not have the opportunities, may not have the chance to talk to the families concerned. They have asked that they be given this time, take this opportunity to seek forgiveness from all those concerned, from the families of those that they have wronged. And they have been held in prison for that offense. And it is our hope that they will be given that freedom, because sooner or later they will be leaving this place. And as the words in Psalms 146:7 says, that the Lord upholds the concerns, the issues of the oppressed. The Lord gives food to the hungry, and the Lord sets prisoners free. It is our belief, me makasa tukuna, naturang na italtala Elias Kuroi, that ndonangauna, it's a matter of time. It may be impossible to the eyes of human beings, but wanakalo is sang nindona kandendre. Kesara ra wanakalo me bosoti kianda yandundo ketasara, kimam sabang mamasu, bekem nina weke kimami, ni bosoti kimami. We may have bring shame, embarrassment to our children, to our sisters, to our brothers, to our husbands. They may have felt very embarrassed because media has not been very kind when it comes to cases like that. Yakimem sakire kemni muni bustoti kimani. Kendo naka kimami kirea keroni bakamataki na bibustotia. Meramai sikobi erna marama erna manelao ertungwendiabo. We ask that we operationalize that forgiveness that we're seeking for. Please come forward and visit your loved ones here. And also, we seek your forgiveness in preparing the homes, all the various homes that we will be going back to shortly. Kimam kira na bedingomi. Kwani bedingomi nga baka ngusu se baka bossa. Na bedingomi sarangamay na bunya londa may loma. Yan na bedingomi era tondo nga enangoni turang Jesu Kristo. That only his words that are sharper than any double-edged sword will cleanse our hearts and our minds. Commissioner, in bringing these kind of programs to this institution and also to those around the country. Because for me, this is my personal view, and I believe some of my colleagues too will share that view, that we have various rehabilitation programs whereby we upskill ourselves. In here, we have the coffee shop whereby women go and bake and do all other things, cooking. And we have sewing whereby we do sewing, we do embroidery. There's a lot of upskilling programs that we come through. But from me personally, as a mature woman in here, it is the word of the Lord. That is the most rehabilitative program. That can never be brought here because that is most sustainable. Baleta na bisau, esang ni rani bisau tekikenda na dula sena basanga. No. Change has to come from within us. And that change can only be determined by you. You are the determining factor in your life. If you choose life, choose Jesus. And the nambula ba andina bakakina. Sanganyo kenda, sangani nonda matabubale, and nambula kina na nonda banua. I personally, like I said, that's my personal view, but I believe that is the most effective rehabilitation program that any correctional institution in Fiji or even around the world can undertake. And for the time I've been here, this is the second time that this program has been brought here. And we thank you, Madam Commissioner. We thank you, the Honorable Attorney General, and the director of the rehabilitation program headquarters, and all those concerned, and the officer in charge in this institution, and Ram, the 2IC, who's here right now with us. Thank you for bringing this program to us, because as I've said before, this program is the most sustainable one that will bring about the change, the needed change, the change that we individually need and our society need. To be able to be a real change person, Mena visa unel anda na vosa ngani kalo ena raoni visa teki piano. Au bauta na vosa ni kalo watatalangaya ki mami kerbe voso titinganin kina ve kemnina we ke mami. Ni wawa tu mengo re me ki mami na suka yani enando na ngauna. Because society has this stigmatization towards any prisoners. And the rai mata leutaki, no matter how big or how small, your conviction is, society tends to look at us in a very negative way. But I thank the Fiji Correctional Service for these facilities. I had mentioned before, I had visitors and they were very impressed with the facilities here in Davao. And we thank those in leadership for making it as it is. Usan-sanga ni tura bakambalabu na ngauna, kongonea umengusui ke mami keda saratu kina. Na marama ki mami ndambe ke mai na veya sana itinikawa. Ki mami kerbe bosotiani, ve ke muni keda sara, ki mami dhala e matamuni. Ve ir keda sara talanga na we ke mami, ki mami reidi bakadama, ve ke muni ena ni mami dhala. Kani mami ker ke sa bosoti kenda Jesu Kristo, enda rani ve bosoti todoko. And I'll just end with this Bible verse. Satu kuno talanga weekend na turang na tal. 1 John chapter 1 verse 9. If we confess our sins, God is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. Thank you very much. For bringing this program to us. For reminding us that there is a better world outside there. And